Ever since I could remember as a child, I always been interested in the wonders of timeline, dimension, and multiverse. Ever since I was little. So today we're gonna do a scenario that one small thing could change the whole reality as we know it, and we're going to do it with my favorite childhood show, Pokemon. We're going to find out what if Ash was never late that day. So everything starts out the same, except one crucial thing Ash did. He went to bed much earlier. This doesn't look much, however, this does change the alternative timeline, which this causes Ash to change his Pokemon journey forever. This doesn't stop him from accidentally breaking his alarm clock. However, since Ash went to bed much earlier, he might actually have a chance on picking his starter. So when Ash finds out that he overslept, he quickly ran over to the Pokemon lab like a mad lad, and he found out there's the starter left that he could choose. He wanted to choose Squirtle, but quickly found out that his rifle already took him. So his second choice is Bulbasaur, and I wanna know what you're thinking, Boxman. Why would you choose Bulbasaur over Charmander? And I know what you think, but if you go back to the original episode, Ash clearly chose Bulbasaur as his second choice, which means Charmander was his third choice. And since Bulbasaur is still here, Ash would get Bulbasaur. So therefore, his first ever starter Pokemon is Bulbasaur. Once he has his trusty Bulbasaur by his side and his new acquired Pokédex and a couple of Pokeballs, he quickly said goodbye to his mother because he's not going to see her for 6 months or so, and went off to his new Pokemon adventure. Ash quickly encounters a wild Caterpie. He quickly uses new Pokemon Dex to scan it and finds out it's a bug type, so he sends out Bulbasaur. And unlike Pikachu in the timeline, Bulbasaur is actually willing to listen to his trainer. So with a Pokemon listening his commands, Ash easily capture his Caterpie, just like in the original timeline. Once Ash is nearly arrived at their city, so he could go to the Pokemon Center to check on his Pokemon. But unfortunately, Ash quickly encounters a wild monkey by grabbing his hat and nearly run away with it. Luckily, Ash was quick and fast and sent out Bulbasaur to battle, stopping him in his path. With a combination of tackle and vine whip, and Mankey's aggression blinding him in the battle, which leaves him defeated by the seed Pokemon, which Ash quickly captured the monkey and added a third member to his team and receiving his signature hat. Once Ash finally arrives at the Pokemon Center to heal up his party up and to have a good night's rest at his long journey. But like in the anime, the Team Rocket attacked the Pokemon Center and wants to steal every Pokemon in the center. Luckily for Nurse Joy, Ash and a orange-haired girl will defend the Pokemon. And Ash wants to send out Bulbasaur to battle, but quickly realizes that Bulbasaur is still healing up, and Mankey already had battle with Bulbasaur. So this leads Ash, the only Pokemon Ash has left, which is Caterpie, to battle. And the orange girl sends out a fish Pokemon to battle, but unfortunately, it needs water to be able to move and attack, which forces her to send her gold water Pokemon back to the Pokeball. And Team Rocket just laughs at Caterpie and and tell Ash how weak and pathetic it is, which Team Rocket commands their poison Pokemon to attack Caterpie, which are stronger than Caterpie, but luckily for Ash, Caterpie has a move that will give him advantage in this battle, which Caterpie uses String Shot to restrain and slow down Team Rocket a bit, which is enough time for Bulbasaur to heal up and use his new move, Razor Leaf, and blasting off Team Rocket out of Pokemon Center, saving the day. However, Caterpie had enough experience which leads him to his next evolution, enable him to evolve in the Pokemon Center with a bright glow, which transforms him into Metapod. And Ash proudly and happy that his first catcher Pokemon evolved in his very eyes, which leads him to be a proud trainer. For the next day for Ash, everything plays out like the anime. The same as nearly caught a Weedle, the samurai interrupted him and the Weedle runs away. And the samurai challenged Ash to a Pokemon battle and Ash gladly accepts it. Since his team is much more different than the anime, Ash will have an interesting battle as Ash sends out Monkey to battle and the samurai sends out his big bug to battle Beetle. Ash finds out it's a bug type, so Ash quickly commands Monkey for a quick karate chop. Unfortunately for the white pig monkey, the pincer quickly grabs Monkey with his huge pincers and nearly crushing his body. Luckily, Ash quickly used Senate attack in Pincher's eyes, blinding him, which leads Monkey to do a low sweep, knocking the pincers off his pants and quickly land a karate chop at Pincer, knocking him out, which leads Ash to his first win. The samurai sends out his second Pokemon to battle, a Beetle, which gives Monkey a huge disadvantage against the poison and bug Pokemon, since its both typing resists Monkey's fighting moves, and Dreamer is flying and taking advantage by quickly using Tornado and Poison Sting, knocking Monkey out and clearly didn't have a chance of winning. This leaves Ash to send out his newly acquired evolved Pokemon to battle Metapod, but Ash quickly finds out there's a problem. Metapod can't move much, and the only ranging move that he could possibly even hit Beedrill is String Shot. But the samurai knows that move very well and knows how to counter it by using Beedrill's stingers to cut himself free from the String Shot. And with Metapod at a huge advantage and Beedrill still has a lot of energy left, which leaves Ash his first loss in a Pokemon battle. After that battle has resolved, everything plays out like the anime. While Beedrill attacks both of them, Ash abandoned his Metapod to save his own hide and just leaves them hiding in a cabin in the woods, which the samurai scolds Ash for being a bad trainer and leaving his Pokemon. This leaves Ash to be more thoughtful of his Pokemon, and this change him quite a bit, not being a selfish jerk. But everything else plays the same way. Ash quickly goes back to save Metapod, and Metapod evolves Butterfree and protect them from the wild Beedrill. And that as Ash and the samurai say goodbye to each other, and the samurai asks that Ash has a long way to go to be a good trainer, and this isn't the last time they will meet. Everything plays out when Ash hears about the gym leaders and the Pokemon League, which leaves Ash wanting to battle all 8 gym leaders and goes to the first gym leader in the city, Beauty Gym. And this leads Ash to encounter Brock and challenge him for a gym badge. And everything plays much more differently, but like the same, as Ash sends out Butterfree to battle with Brock's Geodude to battle. Ash thinks that he has advantage having a full evolved Pokemon by his side and Butterfree able to fly in battle. Unfortunately, he quickly learns that Geodude has advantage over Butterfree, which is his weak against 4 times 2 rock type move, as Geodude uses Rock Throw and knocking Butterfree pretty easy, which leaves Ash devastated. And Ash has a quick flashback with a battle with the Pokemon Samurai, and he thinks to himself, I can't lose again. So without giving up, Ash sends out his third Pokemon to battle Bulbasaur. The only reason he's using Bulbasaur here is because he uses it much more than Mankey, and he quickly uses Vine Whip to have a quick distance away. But unexpectedly for Ash, this has big damage against Geodude, since he has no way of defending himself with grass type moves, knocking him out, which leaves Ash stunned and amazed and hasn't realized Pokemon type matches that well. But he thinks that Butterfree is weakening him enough for Bulbasaur to have an easily lead. However, this little victory Ash has quickly shattered as Brock sent out his second Pokemon, Onix, which easily overtowers the little seed Pokemon. And Ash thinks there's no way he could defeat this huge Pokemon. But he doesn't give up and he quickly tries to use the same trick as using the grass type move, but this time using Razor Leaf. However, Onix uses Dig to avoid the attack completely, which does get Ash completely surprised by that move. And Onix quickly appeared by attacking Bulbasaur underneath him and quickly using the move Bind to restrain Bulbasaur in his space and slowly squeezing Bulbasaur out. And Ash quickly tried to call up a move, but Bulbasaur is too in pain to do anything, which leaves Ash to say he surrenders. After getting his second loss to a Pokemon battle, Ash is pretty devastated at this point. Luckily, the old man that he met before has saw Ash's match and quickly said to him, Boy, you have no idea how Pokemon type matches work, do you? And Ash is a bit angry about this, but quickly needs the old man's help. And the old man accepts this. The only thing the old man could teach Ash is to train up and tells him what Pokemon type is good against with the other. And after about a few days of training, Ash came back to the Pokemon Center with a new strategy in hand. The battle will be a 2 versus 2 Pokemon battle, and Ash sends out Mankey this time around, and it is clear as day as Mankey has a type advantage over Geodude, as Geodude tried to use Rock Throw to crush Mankey into the wall, but Mankey uses his karate chop to smash through all the rocks that Geodude could produce, and Mankey tried to get close with Fairy Swept, and this leaves Brock a bit confused, knowing a normal type would be in effect against a rock type like Geodude, which leads to Geodude doing attack. However, this was a trap for Ash, as Ash commands Mankey to grab the rock Pokemon and use submission, as the Mankey grabs Geodude behind and jumps the highest he could do and crush lands on Geodude's head with side smack, defeating him as easier as previous battles with Bulbasaur. Brock is a bit surprised by retrieving Geodude in his Pokeball and sending out Onix. Ash has realized that Mankey has been weighing down Geodude and it's tired already. And this time Ash won't try to actually do any damage against Onix, but only to lower down its defense with Layer. It took a couple of tries, however, Onix is fully arrested and uses a rock to trap Mankey into a corner, and Onix to the opportunity to tackle the little monkey into the ground, knocking him out with spirals in his eyes as Ash retrieves him in his Pokeball and sent out his next Pokemon, Bulbasaur. This isn't like previously, as Bulbasaur is much more rested, and this time when Brock tried to command Dig, Ash was much more prepared as he used Bulbasaur's Vine Whip to smack on the ground and landing and pushing him into the air that he couldn't do physically, as Onix tried to attack him under him, but as Onix is way too far away to hit Bulbasaur into the air, and Bulbasaur uses a razor leaf and it's a critical hit as Onix roared down in pain. However, Onix doesn't go down that easily, as Onix uses Smackdown to force Bulbasaur into the ground. However, this is a good opening for Bulbasaur to launch a new move, Leech Seed, onto the Rock Snake Pokemon. But Bulbasaur is still pinned down by Onix. However, Ash quickly uses Razor Leaf to push him away Onix and manage to leave out of his grasp, and avoiding the bind again, just like last time. And this is a endurance battle between the Bulbasaur and Onix, and over time Bulbasaur is slowly taking the battle as Onix's HP is weighing down slowly and maturely, and with Bulbasaur using a powerful Vine Whip smacking Onix in the face, which leaves Onix to the ground with spirals in his eyes, as Ash has officially won his first battle. However, since Ash has won, unlike in the anime, this doesn't lead Brock to leave the gym, because he knows that Ash can handle himself, which puts a pretty sad on Brock's face, as he just stays in the gym without going a journey with Ash. And because of that, Ash continues ahead in his journey without Brock by his side. This leaves Ash to the next episode in the anime, Mountain Moon. This is where Ash has entered a weary cave filled with many different Pokemon. However, the one Pokemon that caught his eye the most was a wild Clefairy, and he did not encounter the professor. And because of that, without the professor forcing him to not catch a Clefairy, but luckily he's not around, so Ash managed to capture Clefairy by using Mankey, and it was a pretty easy catch on his part, so which leaves a fourth member in Ash's party, a Clefairy. This leaves our heroes in Cerulean City to challenge the third gym here. Just like in the anime, Ash finds out where the gym is and challenges the leaders, and he finds out there are actually 3 of them. And unlike in the anime, the 3 mermaid sisters are much more willing to battle, because the other trainer hasn't arrived and haven't crushed their spirits in a battle. So Ash has no problem whatsoever challenging them, as his third battle commence. So the battle between Ash and the three mermaid sisters, and this will be a 3-on-3 battle where Ash has to defeat each of the sisters in battle. So the sister sends out Poliwag while Ash sends out Butterfree. Now this is a fair battle between these two, and Ash quickly thinks that Poliwag has the advantage in the water while Butterfree has the advantage in the air. These two clashes exchanges with confusion and Bumblebee, but with Butterfree having the slight advantage and having powder moves like poison, stun, and sleep powder, able to wear off Poliwag over time and finishing up with a gust attack, knocking him out, which leads Ash with a 1-point victory and the sister with a 0. After Poliwag is knocked out in battle, the two trainers sends back their Pokemon as the third older sister will send out her Pokemon as it sends out Goldeen, while Ash sends out his new acquired Pokemon, Clefairy. And he probably knows that Monkey doesn't have any range move against the Pokemon that can just go underwater. So he thinks Clefairy has something to do with it, but he quickly finds out that he didn't spend much time with it, which leads to Goldeen landing a powerful pack attack on Clefairy, which leaves Ash with a knocked out Pokemon, which leads Ash with 1 point and the sister with 1 point. The final battle begins as Ash sends out his trusty partner by his side Bulbasaur, while the mermaid sister sends out Seal. This is a very tough battle for Ash since he keeps dodging Bulbasaur's attack by constantly diving into the water and launching powerful snow powder at Bulbasaur, which is effective on the little grass type. How luckily Ash has a strategy to wear down Seal over there by using a combination of lead sheet and poison powder. And he couldn't get this on time, but luckily when Seal popped out his head, which leaves him an opening for a lead sheet and poison powder combo. As a Bulbasaur can just take this opportunity as an endurance battle, and Bulbasaur has a few experience on having a endurance battle, which leaves Ash with a victory with a 2 points against a 1 point, which means Ash has won his second badge in his Pokemon journey. Well, his next battle was some other trainer, which he uses Clefairy for battle, and this time Ash spends much more time with Clefairy, noticing he really hasn't spent time with her, but luckily he trains quite a little bit enough where he knows Clefairy quite well, and just leads him with a Clefairy's first victory. After the young boy tells Ash, a very powerful trainer, that he is undefeated, Ash takes this opportunity to visit the undefeated trainer. So it follows exactly like the anime where he met TJ. And this leads everything was exactly like the anime. Ash challenged AJ for a Pokemon battle, and finding out AJ only uses Sandslash while Ash gets to use all 4 of his Pokemon. Ash thinks himself he has an easy win, but there's one problem. AJ's Sandslash is way too experienced and way too well trained for this, which leaves Ash in a embarrassing loss against a full V1, which Sandslash easily dominate most of his Ash's Pokemon. And Ash thought he had a good chance with Bulbasaur. However, Sandslash is way too well trained against grass type Pokemon, which leaves Ash shockingly lose against the little little hedgehog Pokemon. After that embarrassing loss, Ash finds out that AJ has been really training not just Lancer but the rest of his Pokemon. This leads as a bit of a mixed feelings. After winning 2 badges, he thinks he's on his way to become a top trainer. But realizing badges isn't everything. He needs to really bond with his Pokemon and train his Pokemon every single day, which leaves Ash to be more training with his Pokemon and not to overuse Bulbasaur Impactor, since that most of his Pokemon is falling off in experience. So he will promise to AJ that he will defeat him one day. And the rest of the anime follows exactly. Team Rocket tried to attack, AJ wins and gets 100 and goes to his own journey. And this isn't the last time where AJ and Ash will this isn't the last time they will meet, and they will meet again. Unfortunately, that's the episode is gonna end right there. What do you guys think about Ash's new journey so far? I quite like it so far, since it's my first What If episode. What's your favorite part in all of this? Make sure you comment, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.